Yo, what up? It's Benjamin D'Souza here, back with another classic. And I want to make some points that I didn't make in my prior video when I was speaking about some of the female YouTube commentators' reaction towards Ramil Amir's ruthless approach to dating and mating. And I believe it was Concrete Rose who made this point. She said it was really an excuse. It really wasn't a point, it was an excuse. She basically said, a lot of these females, the reason why they act this way is because they haven't had a positive, example or role model on how to function in a healthy, long-term relationship with a black man. All right, here's my thing about that. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I'm not here to essentially raise a full-grown woman, man, and give her the correct orientation of what a proper functioning relationship with a man should be. She needs to at least have a semblance in her mind of what that looks like, and all of them do. So it's really an excuse to give cover fire for a bitch's fuckery. The reason why she's doing this because she ain't had no daddy growing up, and she had all these bad experiences, and she never had a good example of how to. That's an excuse, because you know right from wrong. You know good and goddamn well what right from wrong is. And if you're a female who grew up in a single parent household headed by a woman, and your mother's relationships with all these various men, including your father, were toxic, then you know what not to do. If you don't know exactly how to do it and what to do to be in a functional, healthy relationship with a man, you absolutely know what not to do. You got plenty of examples of that. So I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. If a female doesn't already have it innately in her mind, or how to conduct herself like she got some goddamn sense, if she can't grasp the severity, the importance of a strong nuclear family, then I don't want to fuck with her. If it's not innately in her, or it hasn't been, how you say, nurtured in her, yeah, I don't want to fuck with her, man. Because the main premise that of contention that those two sisters had on that podcast with, as it pertains to Ramil Amir's ruthless approach to dating and mating, is that, Ramil Amir was in favor of just bullshitting females and dicking them around for the simple access to pussy. You know what I'm saying? Well, if you look at that conversely, the females will get on this fuckery shit and they won't act like they have some goddamn sense just so they can have, but they still want to be in a relationship with a man. They want to be in a relationship with a man, but they want to act like bitches and act like they ain't got no sense. And what's that for? They know deep down inside that their behavior isn't conducive for a healthy relationship, but they just want to be able to have the optics of having a man, or being in a relationship, or being attached to a man in some capacity. You know what I'm saying? So on both sides, the reasons why each gender is bullshitting the other gender is trivial and bullshit and petty. So just like the females don't want the fellas to bullshit them around just for the petty access of some pussy, we don't want you bitches bullshitting us around and not acting right for the simple access to a petty ass relationship. It's just that simple. I'm gonna say it again. If a female doesn't already have an innate understanding of what it takes to be in a functional relationship and forge a strong nuclear family, or if that hasn't been nurtured in her, then I don't want to. You keep your sob stories, man. You keep them. Keep that shit. Shit, I ain't gonna hold you. You feel me? But I don't know. I guess I'm on a different type of time. And yeah, that's all I got.